everyone. I'm going to show you how to do page 103 in your math student book. This is called Karate Problems. It says answer and explain using numbers, sketches, or words. Sketches is another way to say drawings or pictures. So it says, in a class of 30 students, the karate instructor wants to work with small, equal groups of students. So we're going to be working with different groups. So let's look at part A. Okay, part A says, if there are 3 groups, how many students are in each group? So I'm going to start by drawing 3 groups, just with circles. And I know that I know that there's 30 students altogether. So I'm going to start by putting in 5. I'm going to put 5 students in each group. Okay? And I know that 5, 5, and 5, if I add those up, that gets me 15. So I've already put 15 students, 5, 10, 15 into groups. And I know that 15 and 15 makes 30. So that means that if I put another 5 in each group, 5, 5, and 5 is another 15. And I know that if I add that up, that's 30. 5 and 5 is 10. So I put a 0 here and a 1 on top. And then I add 1, 2, 3. So I just put all 30 students in groups. But I have to answer the question, how many students are in each group? Well, this group has 5 and 5, which makes 10. So each of these groups have 10 students altogether. So I'm going to write my answer. How many students are in each group? There are 10 students in each group. Okay, that's my answer. Let's look at part B. Part B says, if there are 5 groups, how many students are in each group? Okay, I'm going to start with 5 groups. So I know that if I have 5 groups, which is more groups than up here, there's going to be less students in each one. So I'm going to start with a smaller number than 5. I'm going to start with 2. So I'm going to put 2 in each group. And if I count that up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 10. If I put 2 more in each group, that would be another 10. And I know that 10 and 10 is 20. I'm trying to get to 30. So if I do another 10, that would equal 30 altogether. So I'm going to have to put 2 more in each group again. So now I reached 30 altogether, but I have to answer the question, how many students are in each group? So this group has 2, 2, and 2. I have to add those up. So 2, 4, 6. So that means each of these groups has 6 students in it. So I'm going to write right up here, right next to the question, I'm going to write 6 students. I don't have much space here, so I'm just going to write 6 students. Now look at C. C says if there are 6 groups, how many students are in each group? So something that I'm thinking about is if for part A, there are 3 groups, I'm going to write 3 times 10 in each group equals 30. For part B, there were 5 groups times 6 in each group is equal to 30. But for part C, it wants me to use 6 groups. So 6 groups times a number has to be equal to 30. So can't I use this equation here to help me here? I know that 5 times 6 is 30. So that also means that 6 times 5 is 30. So that means that in this case, I would have 6 groups, so this is the number of groups, the 6 is the number of groups, and that means that I'd have 5, because I put the number 5 in the equation, in each of my groups. And if I count those by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I know I have 30 students. So my answer to this question for part C, how many students are in each group? I'm going to write there are 5 students in each group. For the rest of these problems, you're going to be able to use some of the equations from up here. This time you're using 10 groups. With 10 groups, you're going to have even less students in each one. So I want you to use drawings and numbers and also use the equations we wrote up here to help you figure out D, E, and F. Okay? Group 1, you do not have to do problem 2, but group 2, I want you to try it. I want you to try number 2 at the bottom. Okay? Good luck.